Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the CanUK podcast, the podcast done by fans, for fans, of everything nerdy. I'm your host, Lord X, and I welcome you to the program this week. And joining me this week, it is the House of Rage, ECW James.
Thank you. I did not mean to do that.
Perfect timing.
Oh, God. I'm actually slightly embarrassed. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me this week. So, how are you doing this week?
It's been a week. My daughter's 13th birthday was this week, and her bar mitzvah's next weekend. And
Fun.
13. Good God.
Yeah, they grow up fast, don't they?
Oh, you have no idea. Think about it. Just like 8 years ago when we first met on that website, that happened really bad. Community role-playing site. There we go.
Yes.
And she was still just like a little kid. She was just starting kindergarten.
Yeah, Jesus, I can remember you posting photos, yeah.
Yeah, now she starts high school next year.
Wow. That's nuts, man.
It is. And she absolutely loves My Little Pony. For her birthday, she wanted a Discord. I guess he's a character from the show. It's like this weird dragon thing. And the only place that sells it was Hot Topic.
Yeah.
So imagine me. Hot Topic. Yeah, I'm looking for a My Little Pony Discord.
Oh, that's a great image.
And oddly enough, I got lucky. They just got a shipment in, and apparently they're like limited per box.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 or 3 in box, and the box just came in.
Wow.
So I got lucky on that.
Nice.
So I got the hell out of there before I ended up spending any more money. Hot Topic, you go in there and you see all this, especially now since they're gearing more towards gamer and anime culture.
Yep.
They got all this cool crap in there, and it's just like my roommate, she was in there and she saw they had a Bulbasaur costume. She was flipping out. She was like, "Oh my God, I want this!" I was just like, we gotta go. I got this toy that's like almost $30 for an 8-inch figure.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much how my week's been going. Just a lot of work, come home, stuff, play Dark Souls too. I think I might have a little post-traumatic stress disorder from that shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you do not go into a Souls game without being traumatized.
I've been playing the first one for a while, and then I saw they had a part 2 on sale for Xbox Live edition for $23.
Oh, that's a great price.
Yeah, I mean, I was originally looking to download GTA again, but then they still want that for full price, even though PC and Xbox One and PS4 editions getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
You think they would do a price drop on that, but nope. So I was like, okay, Dark Souls gets my money.
Yep, makes sense.
And I haven't regretted it.
Yeah, I paid $119 for that game, and I don't regret it.
Oh, well, you got the special edition with what all again? You got a statue, right?
Yep, statue of, the main character in the promo images they had. It's actually one of my favorite statues that I own right now.
You should totally show a picture of that. No, that should be the background picture. Just that statue in Discord.
I'll see what I can do.
Nah, it's cool. But yeah, that's been pretty much taking up all my time. I mean, I don't want to say I'm addicted to the game or anything. I just have fucking dreams about it now.
Oh, I can only imagine those kind of dreams.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. I'm still doing the,
Well,
trying to
maybe we should save some of this for the
sorry.
section.
Sorry. Get excited.
We're excited this week.
Good reason, dude. These stories. Oh my God.
Well, Not so much in the gaming section, but the movie section, well, brace yourselves for probably a long-ass podcast, folks, because we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah. That we do.
So, yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the news stories. We got no random segment this week, because, frankly, I don't think we'd have the time for a random segment this week. So, yeah, let's dive into the news stories. And do you want to take the first one?
Yes, I will. And that would be a game that I'm actually looking forward to playing, get my hands on, because I love this series. And that's Saints Row, Get Out of Hell.
Yay!
Oh, man. I can't wait to play this game so much. So basically, Violation's new entries into the Saints Row series, Get Out of Hell, and Reelected will be coming this week earlier than expected. Coming a week earlier than expected. I'm sorry, I stuttered. Both products are available on January 20th in Americas and January 23rd in other countries. That's not fair.
Oh, well.
And for those who are wondering, you are playing as the one and only Johnny Gat, without question the most badass of the Saints Row characters, who is going into hell to save the boss.
Yeah, basically you're going in to rescue yourself.
Yeah, pretty much, which is weird when you think about that. Now my question is, will it actually read the information off your previous Saints Row games and have the boss look like the boss?
Ooh, that would be nifty.
I mean, weren't they supposed to do that with the last one?
Yeah, I think so.
Did it work?
I don't think it did too much.
Because I remember certain friends of ours playing it and just seeing a bunch of lag on their screen as they tried to play it.
Poor Jester.
But still, good game, good game. I'm really looking forward to it. And Reelected, I'm not sure. That's the
PS4, Xbox One versions.
Oh, awesome. Right here, I should have looked down. I didn't scroll down. My fault. Reelected, it's an introduction to Saints Row series to new gen consoles. In it, the head of the Saints becomes the president of the United States just before a massive... Oh, so it's the HD upgrade of Saints Row 4.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And the best part, it'll also contain all the DLC.
That's always a good thing.
Yes. Especially Enter the Dominatrix. Which is, without a doubt, one of my favorite DLCs because they just, like, what fourth wall?
Yeah, I heard that. Just totally insane.
Oh, it's great, especially the ending of it. The raptors. So many raptors.
I can't remember if I have Saints Row 4 or not. I remember playing it on a free weekend, but... yeah, I do, actually. Okay. May have to get back around to that at some point. Or
yes, you should.
or just wait and buy the PS4 version when it goes on sale.
Yeah, but that's like months away.
Yeah, but we all know what next month contains.
November.
Right,
God, fast. November's coming.
Alright, well, moving onwards, we all know Assassin's Creed Rogue is coming out next month on the PS3 and 360, but it also came out this past week that the game is going to be coming to PC in early 2015. So, for those of you that may have sold your PS3 or 360 in light of the new gen consoles being out, well, if you still have a good PC, you'll still be able to play Assassin's Creed Rogue before it gets ported over to the PS4 and Xbox One, because we all know that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool that they're going to put it on the PC.
Yeah, it's just, I really haven't seen much about Rogue. Is it like DLC for Black Flag, or?
No, it's a full-fledged game. That's just on previous versions. I think it's connected to Black Flag in a way, where you play as a... I think you're playing as a... What's his face? Connor's father, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically you're playing a Templar hunting assassins in this one.
That's interesting.
Yep, it's a nice little spin to it. From what I heard, the story is supposed to be really good according to some of the latest trailers.
Well, if you believe everything trailers tell you, Transformers is the greatest movie franchise ever made.
This is also true.
I'm not saying that that EA has lied to us.
You mean Ubisoft?
Well, them too.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it EA and Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed?
Nope, just Ubi.
Oh, well, then I'll just shut up. Since my information is wrong.
I might have been excited for this game, and even going with, like, Unity, it's not really grabbing me right now. I'm just so burnt out on this franchise.
Well, isn't there like a game coming out like roughly every 8 to 9 months?
Yeah, there's one every year now. Well, 2 this year.
Yeah. Plus, they've been focusing more on Unity than anything else. I mean, like I said, I haven't even heard of this game.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I really haven't even heard of Rogue.
Wow. Yeah, they haven't really been putting it in the spotlight very much.
It's all been Unity or controversy about Unity.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they haven't said much. They want to keep this one on the down low.
I mean, I still don't understand why they can't have female modeled characters.
Mm.
It's not that hard. They do it for the online mode.
Yeah. Well,
But that's neither here nor there.
yeah. Well, you can't play as a female character in our next story, but what can you play as?
Can't believe I'm actually reading this. The next game from the Surgeon Simulator team lets you roleplay as a slice of bread. That's right. I am bread. Looks like a glutinous cross between the ideals of roll-em-up Katamari Damacy and the challenging control scheme of Octodad. Oh my god. In which it appears players have to get the bread to the toaster without damaging it too much. According to the above, there's a trailer with this. I haven't watched it yet. I'm afraid to. I don't think my mind can handle it right now. According to the above trailer, the game tells the beautiful story of sliced bread's epic and emotional journey as it embarks upon a quest to become toasted. You can take that any way you want to, but... The trailer shows edibility and deliciousness meters in the upper corners of the screen, possibly measuring just how badly you actually want to eat the bread after it's taken its trip around your house and gotten extremely dirty. The game appears to have originated at the Game Jam held last month, during which Boza tweeted a Vine showing a piece of bread climbing up a wall. Oh my god. Toast. Toast. Okay, do you remember many years ago there was an episode of Simpsons where they went to the science lab or science museum?
Yeah.
And one of them was playing a lawn simulator game?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I don't want to do yard work, it's boring. Ooh, doing yard work is so much fun. They're doing the same thing with toast. I can go in my kitchen now and take a piece of bread and fling it all over the place. Of course, I thought about taking a piece of bread and putting it over my cat's, putting a hole in it and putting it over my cat's face, but hey. Everybody does that, right? Right? Okay. But I might have to, depending on which system this comes out for, I might have to play this.
Well, it's guaranteed for PC, for sure, so...
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a given at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'm intrigued.
Well, I know you can't really watch the video at the moment.
Not without blowing out your audio.
Exactly, so just take a look at that little GIF, and that will give you an idea.
It's auto escape! Oh my god! What? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be playing this. It kind of reminds me more of Mount Your Friends.
Yeah. The control scheme really embarks that.
But hell, that's the beautiful thing about independent games. You can make a fun game just about out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And just, wow. I'm just watching it over and over again. It's on a skateboard. It flips over. Then it's on a stove getting toasted. Next to a big stick of butter.
If that releases next year, Game of the Year 2015, right there, folks.
Oh, I can't wait to see that playthrough.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Oh, man. So do you think we've teased everyone enough?
Yes.
I'll step back as you download this amount of awesome for everybody.
Oh, boy. Well, we got a bunch of DC and Marvel news to go over.
Oh, yeah.
I'll kick it off with the DC. You can handle the Marvel.
Gotcha.
All right, so DC. We've been wondering for a while now, what the fuck have they been up to? Like, what is their plan? What do they have for their cinematic universe? Well, through a investor meeting with Time Warner this past week, DC has actually confirmed 100% just about every single movie they have right on up till 2020. That's right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movies here, folks. Along with some directors and even some actors casted in roles. So,
oh, wow.
Okay, fuck you, IGN, and your automatic playing ads. I need to copy and paste this list and get off of this page as soon as possible. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Alright. Alright, so first and foremost, we have Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Court Case, releasing in 2016. We all knew that one was coming, being directed by Zack Snyder, and that's all we know about that one, because that's all they have listed right there.
Yeah.
Then we have Suicide Squad, directed by David Ayer, in the year 2016. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has to do with their popularity on the episodes of Arrow they were on.
That and probably the animated feature that came out there not too long ago. Attack on Arkham.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to watching that one yet, but I haven't heard anything bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we all know DC Animated has always done a fantastic job with their properties.
Exactly. All right. Next up, in the year 2017, Wonder Woman, starring Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman finally gets her solo movie.
The raccoon proved everybody right. Proved DC wrong.
Yep. But hey, this is awesome. This is our first really female-centered superhero movie.
Yeah, and I hope it's good. I've seen some pictures recently of Gal Gadot. She's not as thin as she was. Because before, she's bulked up. She has been working out. She's been, I guess she's been having a healthier diet because she looks fuller. If that makes any sense, she's not on the model diet. She's, a lot more protein, a lot more meat. She's getting that. She's looking the role now.
Yep.
And that's good.
And it's not here in this article, but it came out too that DC has confirmed that Wonder Woman is a demigod in the movies. So.
Oh, awesome!
So they are at least going somewhat comic book origins wise, at least with the New 52 origin. She's not made out of clay this time around, but.
Yeah.
But hey, I like the fact that she is a demigod. So. We're going to get Zeus and whatnot in these movies.
Or better yet, Ares. Ares would make a great DC villain for the Justice League.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he's going to be the villain here for Wonder Woman.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All right, next up after that, in 2017 as well, we have Justice League Part 1, directed by Zack Snyder with Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Amy Adams.
And she's playing...
Not a clue. But I guess if they're paying for Amy Adams, they're going to promote her.
Hell yeah.
Alright, well after that we have The Flash, starring not Grant Gustin, but Ezra Miller in the year 2018.
Ezra Miller.
He was from Entourage, I believe. But yeah, this is right here confirming
really?
that.
Him?
Yeah. I haven't watched Entourage, so I can't judge.
Well, he doesn't look anything like a Flash character.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, considering their recent, choices for Flash.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going to pass judgment yet.
Mm-hmm. We all know that gay cowboy played the Joker well, so who knows?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, this confirms too that the movie universe is completely separate from the TV universe.
Kind of sad, but...
We know this was coming anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, next up in 2018 as well, Jason Momoa stars as Aquaman.
I want to see this.
One, it's about fucking time Aquaman's getting his own movie.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's damn good we finally got confirmation that it's going to be Jason Momoa playing him, which screams of badassery right there.
Exactly. I mean, plus the fact he's been so tight-lipped about it. Because every time he's in an interview, they ask him, he's like, I don't know.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Yeah. Which is awesome, because if they just leave him, with his rugged good looks, beard, pretty much looking like he did on Game of Thrones and Conan and Stargate.
Dye his hair blonde and boom, there's Aquaman.
No, don't even do that. Leave as is. The women will flock to see that movie. I guarantee it.
Come on, no, he needs blonde hair. He's Aquaman. Wait, was Aquaman blonde?
No.
Some versions of him was.
Some Namor was brunette. Aquaman was blonde, yeah. Well, they could give him blonde streaks. Well, it's just, I'm looking at it like this. He's got a natural dark skin tone to him.
That's true. Yeah.
And to make him blonde or maybe lighten his hair a little bit to more of a lighter brown than a darker brown, the blonde would be bad.
True.
It would look exactly like a bad dye job.
Okay, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. But, no, I'm excited about this.
And finally, people can maybe stop forgetting about the Super Friends Aquaman.
Yeah, because Arthur himself is a bit of a badass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, his only power is he talks to fish. Bullshit. Superhuman strength, superhuman speed. Yes, he can talk to fish. He can breathe underwater.
He can give people seizures.
Yeah. He went toe-to-toe with Superman a few times. I mean, he wasn't strong enough, but...
Yeah, almost strong enough.
Still, he deserves more. He doesn't need to be shit on as much as he is.
Exactly.
And if Jason Momoa does half as well as he did in Conan, action-wise, then I'll be happy.
Yep. Same here. All right, well, moving onwards to the next movie coming in 2019, Shazam, in which the only real casting we know right now is The Rock as Black Adam.
I called that one.
Yes, you did.
It's like, the moment is like, yeah, Shazam, I say a magic word and I get strength. It's like, he's in fucking Shazam. But no, he should be Black Adam. And sure enough, he's Black Adam.
Yep.
It's like he was born to play the role. I just hope he does the eyebrow. I know he used to do it in Return of the Mummy. But I could see Black Adam doing that.
Yeah. You smell what the Atom's cooking? Oh, dear Lord. Alright, well, next up, in 2019, we have Justice League Part 2, directed by Zack Snyder, and most likely starring the entire crew from the first one.
Yeah. So we gotta wait 2 years for that one?
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing strange. I mean, look at Marvel with the Avengers. We're waiting 2-3 years in between movies.
Yeah, true. I mean, at least we're getting The Flash and Aquaman and Shazam, 3 whole movies in a 2-year span, so...
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 movies here per year, so... DC finally getting their act together, even though they have nothing next year.
No.
Alright, well, after that, we have... This one really caught me by surprise. Cyborg, starring Ray Fisher in the year 2020.
Really?
Yeah. Cyborg is getting his own movie. I think this may be probably the biggest risk that they're taking here.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that one because Cyborg as a standalone character is actually kind of boring. Mm-hmm. I mean, with the Teen Titans or Justice League, yeah, I can see that, but...
He's a great supporting character.
Yeah, it's just I mean, even in the comic books, he doesn't have that strong of a personality. Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to say this, he's the I was an athlete, now I'm a robot character. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really have much.
No. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe Ray Fisher can pull something off.
Yeah, if they got good writing, they can do it. Mm-hmm. But if they go and do an origin story...
Well, he's going to be in Justice League, so...
True. But in what degree?
Yeah, that's true. And I know he has a cameo of some sort in Batman v Superman.
Right, well, all these people have a cameo in Batman, Superman.
True. That is very true, yes.
But time will tell.
Yeah. And finally, on the list for DC movies, they put this one way, because I'm sure they want to separate it as much as possible from the last time they attempted this.
Ooh.
Green Lantern finally gets a reboot in the year 2020. And hopefully this time they make it work.
Hopefully this time they take a cue from Guardians of the Galaxy and just make it this huge epic space opera.
Yes.
Because when I think Green Lantern, I don't think of green guy with magic ring on Earth. Mm-hmm. I think of all the crap he did in space against the Manhunters, against Sinestro, against the other, the Red Lantern Corps, the Black Lantern, all of that. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid to take chances. It's a comic book movie.
Exactly. I guess the big question here, though, is which Green Lantern are they going to go with? Personally, I'm hoping John Stewart.
I was about to say that. Only because people would recognize him from the recent Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Mm-hmm. And that would be... I don't want to turn this into a race thing, but it would be a good idea to have another strong black male lead.
Yep.
And
you can have like the other ones.
John Stewart, he wasn't your typical, I'm from this part of town. Mm-hmm. He was a highly intelligent military man.
Yep.
Which is good. Mm-hmm. That just don't make him a stereotype. That's all I'm saying. Don't make him a stereotype. Please, for the love of God, don't make him a stereotype.
Now, the one thing I'm curious about here, they're leaving Green Lantern for last. Maybe this would set up like Justice League Part 3 in some way? Maybe bring in like the Black Lanterns, do that whole Darkest Night event?
Holy crap. Or better yet, Darkseid.
Well, I'm going to really assume that Justice League Part 2 is going to be Darkseid. I would say Part 1 will be Brainiac, as rumors have been saying it's going to be. And that would probably lead into Darkseid, because they have to use Darkseid, let's face it.
They have to. He is like one of their most popular villains.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he gets beat up by everybody.
Yeah.
Unlike Thanos, it takes everybody to beat him up. And even then, it's a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've had that debate so many times.
Well, Thanos got beat by Squirrel Girl, so...
That doesn't count.
Anywho, yeah, Green Lantern. But all these movies, it's like, wow. We finally know what DC's doing. They do have a plan.
They do. And hopefully they don't drop the ball. Because I'm seeing movies here that I'm excited about, but at the same time, it doesn't really fit their agenda.
No.
For example, the Suicide Squad movie. Mm-hmm. Suicide Squad is comprised of Batman villains.
Yep.
One in particular, which I'm not sure if she's going to be in it or not. You know, our favorite girl, Harley Quinn.
I don't think she is. I think they're saying right now that she's not going to be part of the team here.
Which could hurt the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because people want the Joker. They want Harley.
Yep.
Time will tell.
Well, if casting rumors are to be taken seriously, we might get Will Smith in this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently he's one of the people they're courting for one of the roles right now. Him, Tom Hardy, I think Ryan Gosling as well.
Who would Will Smith be though? Probably Deadshot.
Maybe. Maybe Black Manta?
Oh.
Or is it Black Manta or just Manta?
No, it's Black Manta.
Yeah. Okay. I can never remember.
And, of course, Tom Hardy would have to be Bane, unless they do a complete reboot of his...
Well, I think some people were saying that he could be Captain Boomerang.
Why? Because he's Australian? That's racist. I didn't say anything about Will Smith being Black Manta. I said, no, man, there needs to be some change. I'm just Manta now. But the character's black. Man, shut the book. Jada, get in here. Whoop this guy's up. I'm sorry. I swear I haven't been drinking.
So out of this list, though, what's the one movie here you're most excited for?
That's actually kind of tough. Right off the bat, I want to say Suicide Squad, simply because we've talked about it before. It's one of my favorite villain groups, or anti-hero groups.
Yep.
But from what I've been seeing and what I've been reading, Batman v Superman.
Okay.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it, a lot of good leaks here and there. I want to see this movie, especially after seeing that Comic-Con trailer leak.
Yeah. That was pretty sick.
And just all the stuff, finding out, like, you find out that there was a Robin, which means one of the Robins is dead.
Yep. Or maybe Nightwing.
Well, true. But just the fact that said that the Batman in this movie series has been doing this for almost decades.
Yeah, true.
He's tired, he's old, he's beaten, he's just cynical as hell.
There was another rumor going around as well. Geez, we're all full of rumors this week, but that, what's her name? The female Robin might actually be in Batman v Superman.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's just, there's so much they can do with this since they're just saying, oh yeah, Batman's been there. Good. No origin story needed. No reboot needed.
Mm-hmm. That's actually a good point you're just bringing up, too. We don't have a Batman or a Superman standalone movie here.
No, crap, we don't.
Yeah, we should go back.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list now. Wonder Woman, then Justice League,
yep.
Then Flash, Aquaman, Shazam, Justice League, Cyborg, Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no other Batman or Superman standalone movie.
Just checking the article again. Thought I heard something that they said that it was in the works, but they didn't really announce anything. Which, I mean, they gotta have a standalone Batman movie.
Yeah, especially one that'll hammer out the Ben Affleck Batman more.
Mm-hmm. And we all want Man of Steel, too. Come on.
I'm on the fence about that. I mean, I don't dislike Man of Steel as much as I thought I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I said, I understand him killing Zod at the end. Spoiler, sorry. It's been how many years now?
2 years.
2 years, yeah. If you haven't seen the movie yet, go fuck yourself. You know, he killed Zod at the end. I understand why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how quickly he got over it in the movie. Because it was like, oh, God, I'm the last Kryptonian. Oh, hey, Lois, what you doing? You know. And the whole thing they did with Pa Kent.
Yeah.
His whole passive parenting. Maybe I should have beat him up. Yeah, maybe you should. Even though you have superhuman strength and all this stuff. But wherever you don't help people. Oh, you should have let those kids drown. You did a bad thing, Clark. You're not my real dad.
Maybe you are bringing up a good point there, yeah. Probably Superman does...
That's the only real complaint about the movie. It's just Kevin Costner was perfect for the part. They just... The writing, they kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if there was a longer director's cut, there might have been more of Superman trying to cope with actually taking a life. Or that could be a majority of the focus of Batman v Superman.
Mm-hmm. The Fallout, yeah.
Yeah, because that's something to deal with. That, and he destroyed half the fucking city.
Well, we already know from, set photos that people are protesting Superman, so...
It makes sense. Mm-hmm. But we gotta wait another year.
Yeah. Oh, well, we have Age of Ultron next year. And speaking of, let's dive into our Marvel stuff, which... arguably is just as what the fuck as this DC news.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some really big stuff. Let's start off with the little things, shall we?
Oh, yes.
All right, so apparently Robert Downey Jr. is extremely close to signing on to star as Tony Stark in Captain America 3, which will kick off the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Plus, oh wait, return as, okay. So according to Variety, who brought this up, he apparently Robert Downey Jr. will be not only as Tony Stark, but also Iron Man. Which means he's putting the suit back on. Which kind of negates what happened in the last Iron Man movie.
Well,
he got the reactor removed. Yeah. Someone is calling me. I don't know, Marcus Sorreo. Marcus Sorreo, go jump cliff. I'm working here, damn it. Piss off.
What I was going to say is, well, Cap 3 is going to take place after Age of Ultron, so we don't know what the fallout from Age of Ultron is going to be yet. So.
And it's going to be a pretty big fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's anywhere as half as chaotic as the comic books, I mean, this was world-shaping when the big Ultron story kicked off.
Yep.
And the teasers that have been coming out have, you cannot lift the hammer because you are all murderers. That gave me chills.
Yeah.
That gave me legit chills. But it's not, plus there's another thing, it's not mentioned here in this article, but I have read other articles where apparently Robert Downey Jr. wants to play Tony Stark in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ooh.
I'm sure if someone Googles it, they can find an article or two on it, but, it's just a rumor. Honestly, it would make sense. They've had Lady Sif on the show.
And Nick Fury.
So, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. pretty much got his start in television. And it would make sense for him to show up on the show.
Yep.
Along with another actor who's rumored to want to be on the show. Hawkeye.
Yay. Hawkeye's got nothing better to do.
Yeah, if anybody needed a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we need to see Clint Howard in his off time. Boozing it up and chasing the ladies. No, he doesn't do that. Sometimes.
Hey, well, one of his former love interests is going to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. very soon.
Oh?
Mockingbird.
Oh, crap, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we get too far off track, which I have a bad habit of doing, I do apologize. And the reason why it's such a big deal about Tony Stark being in the next Captain America movie is because apparently his involvement will bring about a huge flagship of a movie.
Oh, and what would that be?
Civil War. And it's going to be taking place in the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, for those of you who don't remember, in 2006, the Civil War storyline was one of the biggest selling comic book storylines ever. I mean, every Marvel book that took place on Earth was involved.
Yep.
Every single one. And I think even a few of the galactic ones made mention of it, but it's that big.
Yep.
I mean, it's literally Captain America versus Iron Man.
Yep.
And it's one of those stories where you don't know who the good guy is and you don't know who the bad guy is.
Oh, yeah.
Ow! Ash, you little shut up. What are you doing? We got a new kitten. And she just jumped up on my leg. And I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's smart. So yeah, Civil War, folks. We're going to see it on the big screen.
And you know what? Last week's podcast, as me and Big Boss was talking about, Marvel might be close to making a deal with Sony to get Spider-Man back in some way, shape, or form.
Well, that's one thing I've always been saying. Why wouldn't Fox and Sony just want to make movies with Marvel instead of trying to rely on these franchises and make them their own separate universes? Because honestly, it's not working too well.
Yeah. Well, I think one can argue with X-Men after the last 3 movies even. First Class, Days of Future Past, and the Wolverine. They've been doing pretty good.
Well, yeah, because they're taking it more serious.
Yeah. And they're going more comic booky, which is nice.
Right. I mean, will we ever see the gold and brown Wolverine costume? Probably not. Well, we saw it in the special features of the Wolverine, yes, but...
And, well, in Days of Future Past, he was technically wearing the blue and yellow suit. It was underneath the armor pieces.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, when you do, keep an eye out.
Yes. Well, I plan on probably renting it tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
But yes, I do plan on watching it. Mm-hmm. But like I was saying, they're they are trying to take it more serious now. Mm-hmm. They're not. X-Men have to be real and gritty and real and so much grit that we have like sandbags just to put it on the film. It's like, dude, just make a comic book movie.
Yeah. And I think Sony has realized, like, their plan is probably not going to work out after how, I won't say poorly, but not as expected how Spider-Man 2 ended up doing, so.
It did pretty bad. Like, it's a good movie, but there's so many problems with it.
I mean, if you look at the special features, Jesus Christ, they were pulling out all the stops, like, trying everything. Like, Peter's dad not being dead, really. Even though he survived that plane crash is a wonder to us all.
Well, he's a superhero father. Of course he's a secret agent something.
But yeah, if they get Spider-Man back, these rumors about Civil War and them getting Spider-Man back, maybe it's all connected.
Yeah, and it's honestly got me really excited for movies coming up because it's like, who are they going to get back if the Spider-Man deal goes through? Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to harp on it, but they made the mistake of releasing the concept art for the original Rhino suit. Mm-hmm. As opposed to the Rhino suit they went with in the movie. Yeah. They should have went with the original concept art.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my God. Let me find it for you. But actually I'll find it for you as you read the next article. Because I don't want to veer off too much. Let's see. Publications explain that Marvel's boss, Kevin Forge, argued for the deal considering that the Civil War storyline, a breath of life of Marvel's much-loved cinematic characters, would extend over the next several years. The fallout from the events in Cap 3 will have a significant effect on Avengers 4, which is probably one of the reasons why they were saying Avengers 4 is going to be a two-parter. Mm-hmm. Wait, was it Avengers 4 or Avengers 3 and 4? Thank you, Ash. These my face.
I would maybe 3 and 4. Yeah, maybe 3 is the start of the Civil War, and you see the heroes, clashing against each other, and trying to work things out violently, and maybe 4, Thanos shows up finally
and brings them all back together.
Yeah, they have to put aside their differences and actually save the world again.
Yeah. Plus, they're help build interest for the new Doctor Strange movie, as well as the new Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
And sorry.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to point out that I've read some of the details about Edgar Wright's Ant-Man, and I can kind of understand why Marvel kind of put the brakes on it.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to bring in a lot of characters.
Oh, okay.
Like Moon Knight, Ronin, just to name a few.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't think it's basically was less of a Ant-Man story and more of a everybody else story.
Oh, okay.
Which, in a TV show like, say, a Daredevil, that would be a good place to bring around Moon Knight and Ronin and all those guys, but Ant-Man? Not so much.
No. Let Ant-Man have his own movie.
Yeah, let him have his own movie, especially since it's going to be someone passing along the Ant-Man tech to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Called it. I will take full credit for that, even though it's not exactly what I said. But anyway.
Well, the point I was going to bring up, going back to Civil War itself, they kind of have to do it differently right now for the cinematic universe because in the comics the whole thing was revolving around secret identities. In the movies, there really isn't any secret identities.
Yeah, which means they would have to introduce some characters that do have secret identities.
Mm-hmm. Spider-Man.
Yeah. Or just a registration like they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because Marvel actually did a similar storyline just involving mutants like a few decades before.
Yep.
In the mid-'80s, it was called the Mutant Registration Act.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you were if you were a mutant, you had to register your powers.
Yep.
Like, a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one thing I never understood because why did the mutants have to do it, but not all the other super beings? With the Civil War storyline, it was pretty much down the center. If you got powers, you need to register and,
register and be willing to fight for the government.
Yep. Which, oh man, I don't want to give too much away because I really like the Civil War storyline.
Yeah, same here. Man, like the characters though, hopefully that they bring in, hopefully they do get Spider-Man back, but the other character that personally I would like to see them bring in at this point, the Punisher, because he had some really key scenes in the Civil War storyline.
He did, especially with Captain America.
Yep. Like, man, his interaction with Cap was probably just as impactful as Cap's speech.
Yeah.
In the storyline.
Going back to Winter Soldier real quick, since you brought up Punisher, there was a rumor going about, I haven't watched the special features, so I don't know if this is true or not, that there's a one-shot video somewhere on the disc, an Easter egg, where you find out who the driver of that yellow semi was. The one that saved both Nick Fury and Captain America.
Yellow semi.
Okay, remember when Nick Fury was getting jumped by the Hydra agents?
Yeah.
They were about to get him, but then that one semi smashed into him.
Oh, yeah.
And the same thing with Cap. When he was in a tight pinch, pinned down by the Winter Soldier and the Hydra agents, how did he get away? It was a yellow semi.
Okay, yeah.
Well, according to this rumor, the driver of the semi was one Mr. Frank Castle.
Ooh. Oh, I'm going to have to look this up. God damn it, you got me excited here right now.
Because Marvel already got the rights back to him.
Yep.
To him, Blade, Daredevil, a bunch of others. That was it Sony or New Line Cinema?
Fox had them.
Fox had them, okay. That Fox had, and they were able to get back. So it would make sense to start bringing them in.
Yeah, New Line Cinema was probably Punisher, though. I know Fox had Daredevil. Can't remember who had Blade, though. Sony had Ghost Rider.
I think New Line Cinema had Blade also.
Oh, okay.
As you hear us typing practically on Google.
Okay, I think I found an article. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up later.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's like,
yeah.
What the?
Yep. Okay, I guess we should just mention our other little article here that we have. And that, well, Josh Whedon is probably going to be done after Avengers 2. directing-wise for Marvel anyway. So right now it's being rumored that the directors of The Winter Soldier, the Russo brothers, might direct Avengers 3 and 4.
Cat, what the hell are you doing? Oh. Oh, damn it. Sorry. I had a bowl of soup that I was eating out of, and she climbed in it. Yeah, don't you feel silly now? I just publicly shamed you. Ash has a soup butt. Sorry. I apologize. But yes. Russo brothers.
You know, after seeing The Winter Soldier, I'm totally fine with them directing Avengers 3 and 4. Especially if it's going to be the Civil War storyline.
Yes. Because they can handle action very well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's, comic book action.
Yep. Those guys know their shit.
That they do. It's all over my bed.
Kitty Soup Crisis 2014, folks.
Never forget.
Oh, my
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I honestly do not. Oh God, I'm embarrassed. I'm honestly embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to derail your podcast like this.
That's why we're unprofessional.
Speaking of unprofessional. So yes, damn it. Yes, I really like Winter Soldier. They can handle not only action but comic book action, which a lot of movies do have a hard time doing. I mean, let's not forget the first Daredevil movie.
Can't we forget about the first Daredevil movie, please?
I don't know. I've mentioned it before. If it wasn't for the producers, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, true. But hey, we have Daredevil next year, the TV series. So.
TV, oh my God! And I've been seeing some of the leaked footage of the costume, and, and it's definitely going to be the Frank Miller's Daredevil series.
Mm-hmm.
Before Frank Miller went crazy.
Yeah, they're definitely drawing inspiration from that. And we know that's only going to be the first costume, so...
I just hope they stay away from the yellow and brown one, because
oh man, come on, have the yellow and brown. Maybe have a scene where, I don't know, whoever designed...
He thinks about it for a moment, and like, no.
Somebody's designing his costume, and they're like, what about yellow and brown? No, just a long pot. No. Or even better, that is so bright, even I can see it, and I'm blind. So excited for that TV series. So excited.
Because they're not going to be afraid of red, which, oh God, the possibilities, because then they can bring in the hand. And not that shitty hand from Elektra. The real hand.
Yeah. And we know from what I've heard and seen so far, Kingpin has been done perfectly well.
Mm-hmm. So. Even if it's not Michael Clark Duncan. Come on. He was one of the best things about that movie.
Yeah, yes, he was.
But... that's the concept art I was telling you about.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, yes.
Yeah. See what I mean? And they went with that other. Oh, well. But anyway, yeah, so Daredevil. And then, which is going to lead into Heroes for Hire, or what's it? Iron Fist?
going to be Daredevil, followed by Jessica Jones, followed by Iron Fist, followed by Luke Cage. And that will all follow up with the team-up series, The Defenders.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I have Netflix. So glad I have Netflix.
Yep, that's going to be worth the $8 a month regardless.
Regardless, oh my God, just sit there, just marathon that.
Mm-hmm.
Burn up a couple sick days for work. Don't shower, just eat a bunch of Cheetos and Puffins and just totally nerd out over this.
Oh, good God. Good.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. It is a very good time to be a comic book nerd.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Every single one of your movie stories this week was about comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, now they can only start doing comic book games as well.
Good one.
Yeah, good ones.
But yeah, God damn, there's so much here from DC, Marvel. I mean, we didn't even touch on Fox with, like, the Apocalypse stuff, and...
Well, they really haven't released much about that.
No.
I mean, there was a teaser at the end of the...
they're saying that Tom Hardy might be up for the role of Apocalypse.
Oh my God, yes! Sorry, I'm a big Tom Hardy fan.
Though I can't help but imagine Apocalypse just using the Bane voice.
Oh, Cyclops! No, wait, it was Sinister that had the obsession with Cyclops.
Yeah.
He possesses the key to great mutants. No, he doesn't. It's Cyclops. He's a whiny dude.
Yeah. Can be
Who cheats on his girlfriend even when she's not dead. Good God.
Oh my. Anyways, pretty sure that does it for our movie news. We could rant on for hours about Civil War alone. And who knows, maybe we'll do a special at some point just focusing on Civil War.
Just chills. Just the thought of seeing that up on the big screen, and if they do make the deal with Sony and Fox.
Well, Sony anyway. I don't think Fox is going to budge.
Well, it's just we've already got Quicksilver in 2 movies.
Apparently, though, it's kind of spiteful from Spox. Yes, live long and prosper, everybody. From Fox that, you know where Quicksilver was in Days of Future Past? Apparently, it was supposed to be Juggernaut at first. But because Marvel was going to use Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, they decided to put Quicksilver into Days of Future Past. Because there is actual concept art out for Juggernaut.
Would have been Vinnie Jones again?
No.
Oh.
Better costume, though, that's for damn sure.
Without so hairy arms.
Yeah.
I still remember looking at his arms in the costume. They look like wires. The hairs look like wires coming out of his forearm. I was like, God, he's hairier than Wolverine. No. Should not do this.
No. But yeah, I doubt if we would get Fox. But Sony, I think, is very likely right now.
Yeah, they obviously been dropping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wait, was it... correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they drop the Sinister Six movie?
I'm not sure if they dropped that one, but they did drop Venom Carnage, apparently.
Yeah, and plus there were talks of a Catwoman movie. Which...
Movie?
Not Catwoman, Black Cat, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Same character, different hair.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, yes. Yeah, there was talks about that too. There was a lot of talks from Sony of what they were doing, their whole clusterfuck of movies coming out, because they had Spider-Man 3 dated for one date, then they pushed it back, then apparently got pushed back even further. So, God only knows what they were doing. So maybe they are realizing, well, you know what? Fuck, maybe we can just partner up with Marvel and we'll have something good attached to our name.
Yeah. I'm just... come on, Sony, you're better than that. You used to make good movies.
Yep.
We shall see.
Yeah, indeed. Alright, well, I do believe that's going to do it for our comic book movie news, game news for this week. So it's time to dive into our been playing, been watching, and maybe we've actually been reading something again section.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe it's 50-50 this week.
Who knows?
Anyways, let's do the been playing section first. And,
I'll let you go first because I actually want to hear about your thoughts on your first game.
oh, okay. Well, I'll talk about my second game first then.
Oh.
Just because I haven't got that much to say about it. I've
Okay.
been playing Minecraft on the Vita. It's Minecraft on the Vita. It works really well. It is essentially the PS3 version on the go.
Oh, nice. What about map size?
I think the same size as the PS3 version, because you can transfer your world to the Vita, so same
Ooh.
size, yeah.
That's...
After playing the PS4 version, it's like, man, I miss my draw distance now. But
Yeah.
it plays like better than I expected it to on the Vita. So it's gonna eat up a lot of my hours, and I'm working on that third platinum for Minecraft.
Did you get the pig one yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The only ones I have left at the moment are past 100 days, trade or mine 30 emeralds, which I think has glitched out on me, because I have 30 emeralds on me right now and nothing has happened. Yeah, so, I don't know. Start up another world and see what I can do there, and hope for the best. What else do I have? I have throw diamonds at another player.
I'm sorry, that would have always killed me.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah, I think that's about it that I have left. Make it an enchantment table. That's the other one, so.
Okay.
Nothing major left. I got the big annoying ones out of the way, like Cure Zombie Villager and the pig one, and what was the other big one to get? On a rail, so.
Oh. Now, I have to ask. Mm-hmm. Did you use creative mode for the pig and on a rail?
No, because you can't.
Okay, good.
If you go into creative mode, it cancels out trophies.
Oh. Those magnificent bastards.
But with On a Rail, I transferred over my PS3 save world, which I already had it built. So, according to PSNprofiles.com, I am the second person to get On a Rail.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'm like the fourth person to get the end, because when I got into my world, I jumped onto the On a Rail, took that, jumped off, ran straight to the end portal, jumped in, and then jumped into the end portal where you get the credits come up.
Oh, those weird what the fuck credits.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm actually the fourth person to get the end trophy right now.
Damn.
And yeah, I was the fourth person to get the end question mark trophy. So I acted fast. Because technically the game was up on the store before the store technically updated, so if you search for Minecraft, it actually popped up.
Oh my god, I remember they kind of did the same thing with Xbox for a while. Before the game was actually released, they had the thing on the search. You type in Minecraft and it would pop up that Minecraft was coming even before they announced it. So someone definitely dropped the ball there. But tell me about the other one. I want to know your thoughts on it.
Oh, yeah, the other little game that I've been playing.
Yeah, that little thing that you've been, yeah.
I haven't done a great deal, but yeah, I wasn't going to buy anything else this month, but I managed to work things out where I could actually afford another game, and I ended up buying the digital version of Shadow of Mordor on PS4.
Ooh.
And hot diggity damn, this game is good. It is Assassin's Creed without the crap that comes with Assassin's Creed, and it has essentially the exact same combat system as the Batman Arkham games.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, wow, this game has been great. I mean, last week, Big Boss talked about his experience with the game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had anything like that occur to me yet, because I haven't died by the hands of a captain and come back. I've been lucky so far.
You don't have a nemesis yet.
What's that?
You don't have a nemesis yet.
No, I don't have a nemesis yet, no. But, yeah, I have been having a blast with this game. Just going out and killing orcs. Just doing that has been fun. Like, finding their weaknesses and killing them that way. I actually did have 2 little missions pop up. The vengeance missions, where you go and avenge somebody on your friends list who was killed by an orc.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like, popped up like, go avenge such and such. It's like, oh, wow, cool. Okay, I'll go do that. So, yeah, the game is great. It looks wonderful, and the last patch that they put out for it included a photo mode, which every game needs a photo mode. I don't care what it is. It needs a photo mode. That was the main reason I picked up The Last of Us Remastered, because they gave it a photo mode. I would honestly buy I Am Bread if they give it a photo.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm pretty sure they will. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed with the game I'm playing because it doesn't have a photo mode. Because given the system, the armoring system,
yep,
it needs a photo mode. But then again, I'm just on a piddly old Xbox 360.
Yeah, I
hope rocks in the dirt, apparently.
Don't worry, you get Borderlands the pre-sequel and Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yay!
What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm loving the game. It looks beautiful. The combat is really nice, like what you would expect, because like I said, it is pretty much a clone of the Batman Arkham series. They took that combat and made it theirs. The good thing about it is that, you know in Batman where basically only one enemy usually comes at you at a time?
Right.
The orcs are not so kind. They will come at you all at once.
Oh,
like,
nice.
multiple ones will attack you at the same time.
That's awesome.
As far as the story goes, I haven't done much there yet, but, it's okay. I'm not big into Lord of the Rings. Anyway, I love the franchise, but I'm not a super fan, so...
Screw it.
Yes, exactly, that.
Pop ads.
So, yeah, it's okay so far. Ratbag, one of the orcs that you help promote up through the ranks near the beginning to just show you how the orc system works.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite character so far. Just fucking amusing, that's all I can say about Ratbag.
It's Ratbag.
Oh man, you should see some of the other names of the orcs, the randomized orcs that are going around.
I have watched a few playthroughs, and yeah, I believe you about the randomized names, which is another great feature about this game.
Yeah, exactly.
No two orcs are alike.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, so you can have a completely different experience than somebody that you know. Like me and Big Boss, we probably won't encounter the exact same orcs, unless one kills us and we go and avenge the other one.
Right.
So,
there was sorry.
Oh, go on.
I was going to say there was one playthrough I was watching where the guy lost to his nemesis so many times that the nemesis actually became maxed out, level 20.
Yep.
it couldn't go any higher, and it was like it had a one-hit kill. It had this thing called shame, where it doesn't kill you for the final blow, just walks away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh my god, how can he beat this guy?
Mm-hmm.
He had like 15 bodyguards. It was crazy. But I just imagine that, especially after they patch it and they raise the levels, which you know they will.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Especially when DLC comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play the game.
Yeah, the 360 version isn't out yet, is it?
I don't think is there going to be a 360 version?
There is. There's a 360 and PS3 version coming. I think with a toned-down Nemesis system.
Which is sad because that's
what makes the game.
Yeah. Because it makes sense. If a character beats you, then it should get promoted. It should get an XP boost. Mm-hmm. Because it makes the game more challenging.
Yep.
I want to play.
Alright, so that's pretty much it what I've been playing. I don't really think I've been playing anything else, to be honest with you. Minecraft on PS4, that's about it.
Yeah.
Which I'll probably soon do a video showing off the CanUK Kingdom.
Yes, I want to see this CanUK Kingdom since I cannot be a part of it yet. Mm-hmm. Until I get my PS4.
In time.
In time, someday. Sniff. Sad face. But as for me, I've been punishing the hell out of myself. I've been sucked into the world of Dark Souls 2. Mm-hmm. I haven't even touched Battlefield 4 since I started playing this game.
Wow.
And you know how much I like Battlefield 4 now that the fall patch has come out and everything's been fixed. Mm-hmm. It just, oh my god, it's so fun and so annoying and so frustrating, but fun and challenging and annoying and frustrating.
Just like the games of old. Yes,
and that's what I love about it. We gamers have been spoiled by the autosave feature. Mm-hmm. Yep. In the Dark Souls games, if you do not rest at a bonfire and die, you go to the last bonfire you rested at, which is usually at the start of the level.
Yep.
And all the enemies respawn, which is great. Mm-hmm. It's just, like I've mentioned it. I've been dreaming about this game. I've had dreams about it. It's bad. I shouldn't be, but I can't help myself. Let's see. Besides that, I've been playing a little bit of PC Minecraft, the ATL mod pack, mm-hmm. which is, a lot of cool stuff. The same thing I've talked about before, the Yogscast.
Yeah. They've
pretty much created their own mod pack. Mm-hmm. And they use the ATL launcher to launch it. I've been trying to get you to do that so we can actually do Minecraft together.
Yeah, I need to get on that.
Because I think it would be cool to have like a big city we built mm-hmm. with all the cool stuff and nuclear reactors and warheads and weapons.
And blackjack and hookers.
Yes, we could, actually. I wasn't for the hookers part, but definitely blackjack. But just a little something to hold me over until I can get it on my PS4, and then transfer everything onto my PS4 for only $5. No, I'm not sure. It'd be cool, but yeah, that's all I've been playing, obsessing over playing with. I don't know.
Cool.
Now, as we mosey on down to been watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been busy.
It's TV season again, folks. It really is. And Jesus, I forgot one on this list, too.
Oh, would you forget?
The Walking Dead.
Oh, crap. That's right. New season this past Sunday.
Yep. Have you watched it yet?
No.
Okay.
I haven't watched any Walking Dead since they found the prison.
Okay. It was good.
Oh, of course. Walking Dead. Their season openers are always really strong.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this one was this was probably one of their best episodes yet. I mean, it was tense in so many ways. The opening scene alone was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Just to lay the basic groundwork here of the opening scene, Rick, Daryl, Glenn, and 3 other people, one of which I think was a returning character, were all forced to kneel down in front of this big steel trough. 2 guys were behind them, one with a baseball bat, the other with a knife.
Oh, shit.
They were going down the line, whacking them in the back of the head and cutting their throats and letting them drain out.
Oh.
So, yeah, revealing the fact that the people at Terminus, they were indeed cannibals.
Not surprised.
No. Yeah, the entire episode was great. Carol is a complete and utter badass now. She is up there with Daryl in terms of badassery for what she did in that episode. Big explosion. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, they're off to a fantastic start, and I'm really, really excited to see where they are going to go from here. And they took a page from Marvel's book and had an after-credits scene.
Yeah, that's becoming really popular now. Mm-hmm. A lot of movies have been doing that.
Yeah. Now, do you care about spoilers?
No, not really.
Okay, well, big spoiler warning for anybody that hasn't watched the first episode yet. If you're a fan, I assume you already have. But, yeah, spoiler, skip ahead 10 or a minute or so ahead right now. Yeah, the after-credits scene was showing a guy walking along the train tracks heading towards Terminus. He had a mask on his face. He stops and pulls off the mask. Lo and behold, it's Morgan! The dude who helped Rick out in the very first season. The black guy.
What?
Yeah, it's him. Back after, I think it was last season or the season beforehand. I can't remember which one now it was, but he was in one episode and he had lost his mind completely, but he's back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting development right there to know what he's up to.
Yeah. I mean, I like what they've been doing with the series because, you know, they're following the original comic books to a certain point, mm-hmm. but they're killing off characters that don't get killed off in the books.
Yep, and keeping others alive that do.
Yeah, which kind of threw me for a loop in the second season mm-hmm. when, what's her name got killed? The little girl.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Yeah, I can't mind her name now, God.
Yeah, because she was supposed to be Carl's friend. Mm-hmm. I mean, out of the 100 issues I read, she didn't die. Mm-hmm. And then to see her killed off in the second season, especially after all the searching and everything, and she was in the fucking barn the entire time.
But at least
that still makes me upset. As a parent, as a fan, I'm just like, oh, God.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the scariest things about that opening scene was like, oh shit, are they actually going to kill somebody off here?
Yeah, my God. I'm going to have to find it on Hulu or by other means.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely watch it if I were you. I'd actually watch back where you left off. They're on Netflix right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's just finding time.
Yeah. But the last couple of seasons have been really good. So, I would highly recommend them. Alright, moving on with what I've watched. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which continues to be awesome. they're doing a fantastic job with that series right now.
Especially with their plans of bringing in other super beings.
Mm-hmm.
One in particular that I'm kind of excited about.
Which is?
Absorbing Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was.
I've always liked him, even though he's a stupid, my power did I get what I touch, and I got a ball and chain for a weapon.
He was done well. He was done really well.
Good.
Yeah, there's that. Arrow, of course, which has been, oh my god, so good. Like, they have kickstarted this third season fantastically well.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, the first episode is me and... Did we watch it at that point last week? I can't remember if me and Big Boss had, but... Yeah, it was like, shit, that actually happened. And the second episode this past week built on that. It was so good. So many feels about everything. Another one I didn't have on my list here. The Flash. Again, off to a running start.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, they're doing that really well. The villain in the second episode was kind of a throwaway. It was Multiplex that they did.
Multiplex?
Yeah.
Who's Multiplex?
He's the DC version of Multiple Man, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of a throwaway villain, but again, the story was good, nice development throughout, and Grant Gustin is amazing as the Flash.
Well, you start off with like one of his bigger villains, you know, the Weather Wizard. Mm-hmm. And then you go to, you know, a guy that, well, there's more than one of me. Mm-hmm. But you know who I'm holding out for?
Gorilla Gord?
Nope. The Negative Flash.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw the pictures.
I'm personally excited for Gorilla Gord, to be honest with you, and I think they have confirmed that they're going to have him.
Talking Gorilla.
That is going to be awesome. I really...
It's going to open doors, too.
Yeah, I really hope at that point it's going to be the crossover with Arrow, just so I can see, you know, this version of the Arrow confronting Gorilla Gord.
Just... Wait, you're talking gorilla. And I hope they make some mistake of, you're a talking monkey. I am not a monkey. I am an ape.
Yeah. That's what's got me really excited about Flash, because they're building up these meta-humans now. And it's like, this takes place in the same universe as Arrow.
Yeah. And it's not going to be just guys on the, what was it, Dokumu route or whatever the fuck it was.
Marikuru.
The Marikuru, yeah.
Marikuru, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just, oh, they're just stronger and faster than normal people, but they still get beaten up by normal people.
Which means that a certain somebody that was in Season 2 of Arrow might show up in his real form in Season 3.
True. And it might mean that Black Canary gets her powers, too. Mm-hmm. Which would... Oh, another thing I'm excited about. Another classic DC character is going to be showing up in Arrow.
That is...
Wildcat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And we've got Captain Cold coming up, too, in The Flash. Played by an awesome actor.
Who's playing Captain Cold?
The main character from Prison Break.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is the guy who played his brother on Prison Break is actually playing another villain on The Flash.
Next thing you know, they're going to be getting the guys from Supernatural.
I just find it funny that like everybody from Prison Break is going to be playing a villain on Arrow or The Flash, because we've had what's his name playing Clock King.
Oh God!
So it's basically a Prison Break reunion.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Okay. I also watched the new episode of Gotham, which was an improvement again, but they're going up back and forth in quality with that series. It's good one week, it's terrible the next.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we started. It's like I mentioned it's like they have two different writing teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't watched anything yet. I've just listened to you guys talk on the podcast, and it's just that's honestly what it seems like.
Yep. The biggest problem that I have with it is every time they focus back on Bruce Wayne, it's like, okay, it's cool to see Bruce in this stage of his life because we've never seen that before.
Right.
But when you focus on like showing him sword fighting with Alfred, or just like looking through papers trying to like be a detective, it's like, come on. We know he's going to become Batman. You don't have to do all of this.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, I'd rather see the origin of the villains.
Which they've been doing amazingly well with the Penguin.
Out of all the characters.
Yeah. Like, you're seeing how he, well, quickly became a sadistic fuck, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, what he does in the second episode is insane. And again, what he did in the fourth episode, both insane and massively clever.
Gonna have to watch this.
Yes, so good. And the girl playing Catwoman, Selena Kyle, the kid, she's been pretty good too. The second episode, she was pretty great. She clawed somebody's eyes out.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like her character as well. But yeah, they're trying to shoehorn in a lot of things, and I don't really think they could decide on a time period that they wanted to shoot the movie or the TV series in, because you get the clothes, the vibe is kind of like 1960s-ish, I want to say. Like, that's what you would expect, right?
Right, yeah.
The cars, you look at them, it's like, that's something from the 1970s. And the next thing you know, Gordon's pulling out a cell phone. It's like, what?
Yeah, honestly, I would have been more impressed if it was like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, that would make sense. But nope. They have cell phones.
Oh, yeah, what do we know?
Next up on my list here, something I forgot about last week, and that's South Park that I've been watching. So far, so good on the new season. First two episodes were great. Episode 3 was, mediocre. Kind of funny, but it focused on the handicapped kids again. Timmy, and it saw the return of the two from summer camp. The one that got raped by a shark.
What?
Oh, okay, so you don't know
this. What the hell am I...
The basis of the episode was that the handicapped kids were raising money for camp, and Timmy had started his own cab business, basically, called JesterCarr, where he created an app that people could call him up, basically, and he would drive up in his wheelchair, towing behind his little red wagon with 2 seats put into it, picking up people. And this started catching on, and the cab drivers and, like, the owner of the Humvee place actually got mad. So, the handicapped kid who's against Timmy, he went to them, told them about it, and they broke into Timmy's house at night and was like, we have a message from the union. They pull out baseball bats and they start, like, whacking him, right? Next day, the first day was like, yeah, we whacked him good. We broke his legs. Then he just drives by. I was going to like, what the hell is he doing that? The other kid's like, the next time you attack a cripple, don't break his legs. And the whole thing eventually turns into wacky races to determine the output of, like, the new ways of transportation of the world.
Oh my god.
In which case they did bring up the villain character from the old Wacky Race.
Snidely Whiplash?
Yes, yep! Up to his no-do-goodery.
And Muttley.
Yep. Oh, it was so... That part was, like, so funny. And at the end, Timmy actually sold his business and raised $2.3 billion for summer camp.
Who bought his business? Amazon?
No, the transportation thing, because it caught on and he was, like, hiring drivers.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so good. That part was actually so good. Wasn't as good as the other two episodes, but it was still amusing. Uh,
Christ.
and the only other thing I have on my list, the big list this week for binge watching, is Hannibal. I finally finished season 2.
Now, I'm surprised I haven't been watching this, especially after your description of it last week.
Hmm.
That it's surprisingly violent and graphic,
Oh, it's violent and graphic.
which you come to expect for a movie about Hannibal Lecter.
Hmm.
I mean, a series about Hannibal Lecter.
Yep, but not for an NBC television series.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's violent, brutal, and a complete mind fuck most of the time. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on. And the season 2 finale was just, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, oh, it has me so excited now for season 3 to start up. I am hooked completely.
I might have to start watching this.
Oh, I highly recommend. I think you would love it. It is so good. It's like Dexter, but
Ooh, don't say that.
I was gonna say like Dexter.
I like Dexter. That's why I was like, I powered through the entire first season in one night.
Mhm.
And
Okay, well I'll put it this way: it's like the first season of Dexter.
oh God. Oh, dear, that's just uncalled for.
But yeah, just like what you see Hannibal and some of the other killers do to their victims.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, like put on display is not the correct term because wow, it's good. It's really good. And you will love to hate Hannibal Lecter. Like the guy who plays him,
Mm-hmm.
fantastic job. Just as good as Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah. I was concerned when I first heard it because I was like, nobody can match Anthony Hopkins. But this guy, I can't mind his actual name right now.
Better than the Hannibal from the movie Hannibal.
Hannibal Rising?
Yeah, Hannibal Rising.
I don't know. I never watched that.
Not missing much.
Mm.
It's an origin movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read about the premise and whatnot. I'm just not good with that much gore in my life.
It wasn't bad, gore-wise. I think it had like a PG-13 rating.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, even if it didn't, it wasn't bad.
okay.
You know, I've seen made-for-TV stuff worse.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Hannibal.
Exactly.
Which, I will give you one more suggestion. Don't do what I did. That's eat during every episode.
All right. I don't know if you and I have had this conversation. One of my jobs is I used to work at an adult video store.
Mm-hmm.
My first day there, I had to clean out the gay section. Growing up through high school, I used to be a huge fan of really gory movies. Not because I got off on the gores. I enjoyed how the art of doing the practical effect.
Yep.
I was more of a fan of that. I appreciated that, so I watched it, everything I could. And so that doesn't bother me. I can eat ice cream by watching porn, okay? That should tell you something right there. The more you know.
Fair enough. Yeah. The only time I could really watch it was like sitting down to have something to eat and watch TV, because that's usually what I do. So if I'm not eating, I'm usually playing games in my free time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there were more than a few cases where I had to just lay my plate to the side and wait for the episode to be done.
Oh.
Because you'll never look at a dinner party the same way again after you watch Hannibal have a dinner party.
Wait, was this the dinner party where the guy screwed up during the concert?
No.
Okay. Because I'm familiar with some of the Hannibal lore.
Mm-hmm.
there was one dinner party where there was this musician, and he screwed up and didn't care that he screwed up during a really important piece. Mm-hmm. Hannibal fed him to a dinner party as punishment. Actually, it was the head of the board for the symphony.
Oh, okay.
He took the guy and fed him to the head of the board, the chair people. It's fuck.
Yeah, there's more than one case in this series where it's like, man, that FBI agent has eaten so many people at this point.
It's a miracle.
Because almost in every episode, Hannibal has somebody over for dinner, and it's always some kind of meat-based dish. It always is, basically. So, yeah.
What time period does the show take place in?
I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you.
It's not modern day, is it?
I think it is, actually. Because I think this is more of a retelling. It's, based on the characters. So I don't think they're exactly tying it in with the movies. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay, it's just my concern was if they were, retelling the story, but were they being true to the original story?
Oh, okay. Maybe they are, because I haven't really read that much on Hannibal. I've only seen Silence of the Lambs.
The books are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I read them back in high school. They're really good. Mm-hmm. Even Hannibal Rising, which even the author said should not have been a movie. Mm-hmm. Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, great books. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were books first.
Yep. All great films are.
Yep, except for Star Wars. Star Wars just happened.
Yep.
Like little Annie.
But yeah, since you are a fan of Hannibal, I would really recommend the series. At least give the first episode a watch and see what you think.
I'll do that. I'll probably do that. Let's see. I got tomorrow off. I'll probably do that tomorrow before I do laundry.
There you go.
So,
what have you been watching?
Nothing. I've been playing Dark Souls. I dream about this stuff. I mean, seriously, the dream I had last night, it was crazy. I had an axe and I was going down a hallway just smashing skeletons with it. And grabbing souls off people. It was nuts. I'm a sick man. I need help.
Oh, good Lord.
But I've been watching a few good movies, actually, here and there.
Cool.
I watched a Spanish one last night called Witching and Bitching. It's on Netflix, and you have to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Be prepared to read because there's no dub version, but the writing is really good, the dialogue is really good, the cinematography is good. This movie definitely had a big budget. Mm-hmm. And it's a really good movie. It's about these guys that just robbed a cash for gold place. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to get out of Spain, so they're on their way to France. And one of the places they stop, it just happens to be the birth of witchcraft.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On their anniversary night.
Of course.
Yeah, and shenanigans. Lots of shenanigans.
What type of genre movie this is?
It's technically a horror movie, but it's comedy. There's a lot of comedy in it.
Oh, okay.
There is a little bit of gore, but nothing too over the top. I think the worst part was a guy got his ear cut off.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
And the camera was right there, mm-hmm. which I seemed really out of place.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the movie was just they're apparently, since it's traditional witches, they're cannibals. They eat people. Mm-hmm. And so they're having this big dinner party, and they bring out this finger food, which is literally fingers with bread and stuff wrapped around it. And they're like, oh my God, are those fingers? And then it cuts over to a guy at the table as he's holding up his hands, just stubs and thumbs. Stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Or, a severed foot in the kitchen that you see for a split second as someone throws it into a pot. It's a good movie. It's witching and bitching, and I was thoroughly enjoyed. I mean, I was having a crappy day yesterday. I watched it, and I turned my day around.
Nice. Gotta love it when movies do that.
Yeah, because I wasn't expecting it. I was just expecting, oh, you guys in the woods, they were witches, woo. And then I kept hearing my roommate laughing. I was like, what the hell are you watching? She says, it's that witching and bitching movie. So I sat down and I started watching it. I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious. Because the guys that rob the place, they dress up like street performers. You got the guy dressed up like SpongeBob SquarePants. You have another guy dressed up like the silver statue guy. Except for he's dressed up like, since it's Spain, it's Jesus. So Silver Jesus, a Green Army Man, SpongeBob SquarePants, the Invisible Man, and Minnie Mouse rob a cash for gold place. And as they're leaving, their getaway ride leaves them. Because she didn't know it was a robbery. She heard gunshots, so she took off. Oh, and there's a twist. The guy that's dressed up as Jesus brought his son along. So his son is robbing the place with them.
Oh my God.
This movie is a slice of awesome.
Okay.
Like, seriously, if you got time tonight, check it out. Watch the first 20 minutes. If you're not hooked, I don't know what I'll do. But yeah, that's all I've been really doing.
Right on. Well, I guess that leaves us our been reading section, where I've actually got a couple more comic books this week. That's right, we actually do have something, again, 2 weeks in a row for the been reading section.
Oh, do tell.
First off, I've read Avengers X-Men Axis, issue number 2, Marvel's current big event going on in their comic book universe. Really good. I'm really digging this so far. Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
No, I don't. I've heard that it's basically X-Men versus the Avengers, but I really haven't been putting much into it.
Just to give you a little history here, the Red Skull dug up Xavier at one point to steal his brain.
Wait.
Yes.
Xavier's dead?
Yeah, he was killed back by the Cyclops when he had the Phoenix Force into him. This was back during the whole Avengers versus X-Men storyline.
So he actually stayed dead?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, Xavier was dead, so Red Skull dug him up. Now, this Red Skull being super Nazi at this point, because he's full-on blown 1942 Nazi. This is the version of Red Skull we're dealing with, so...
Okay.
He wants to create his perfect race and wipe out the mutant race, basically. So he digs up Xavier, takes his brain to get Xavier's psychic powers.
Because he's a super Nazi and they can do that.
Yep. Comic books, folks. So yeah, he has that. Magneto gets pissed off about this, of course.
Of course!
He kills the Red Skull. But in turn of doing this, Red Skull is reborn as Red Onslaught. And
what?
You know Onslaught.
What? Yes, I know Onslaught.
Yep, but the Red Skull has Onslaught's powers right now.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, the book started off with just a bunch of the Avengers and X-Men taking on Plant Man in L.A., but Red Onslaught, using his incredible psychic powers, is spreading a message of hate across the globe and starts affecting them. So eventually they go to take on the Red Skull, and so do the X-Men. I think it's Genosha, where it's happening.
Yeah.
But in the process, they... I think Havoc gets blasted through a wall, and this is a prison cell where Cyclops, Kid Apocalypse, and I think it was Magneto being held captive? Yeah, I think it was those three anyway. But, yeah, they get those broke out. Kid Apocalypse gets killed. Yeah, he gets a spear right through the gut, thanks to Ahab, I think it is. But he's working with the Red Skull anyway.
Ahab back?
Yep. So, that's going down. Red Onslaught, they think, like Tony and everybody, they think they have Red Onslaught down for the count.
Uh-huh.
At this point, Red Onslaught reveals that, he was kind of working with Tony back during the Civil War and got Tony's plans for, like, taking on the heroes, like all their weaknesses and whatnot. Oh. He has those files. And in turn, he built two little things that Tony had designed, which were two giant adamantium sentinels programmed to take on the heroes.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, Book 2 takes place with those sentinels attacking the heroes. Now, the heroes, they have one little advantage in the fact that Rogue managed to touch Red Onslaught in Book 1 and discover that Xavier's still inside trying to fight back.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, things don't go so well. They kind of start taking down the sentinels, but things go wrong. Everybody gets captured except for Tony. Because the Sentinels are capturing the heroes. They're shrinking them down with Pym particles and absorbing them, basically.
Holy crap.
So, only Tony's left. Magneto spooked off earlier, because the Sentinels weren't targeting him, because he's a villain. This brings us to the final page of Book 2. Magneto reappears, and he has a few friends with him. The people here to save the day right now? Magneto, Loki, Doctor Doom, the Enchantress, Absorbing Man, Deadpool, and Carnage.
What?
And Hobgoblin. That's the team that Magneto brought together.
Holy shit.
Because the Sentinels are not programmed to attack villains, only heroes. And in turn, I read up that issue number 11 of Magneto, like, focused on, like, what he did to recruit these guys. Uh-huh. So naturally, I had to go read that issue. Looked it up online, downloaded it. And it was awesome, because you see him going to these various villains. It's like, he goes to Carnage. Well, Carnage is in his jail cell. Back during the whole Deadpool versus Carnage thing, Carnage, at the end, willingly got himself arrested. He's just sitting in a jail cell because he doesn't know what life is about anymore. Because apparently, according to Deadpool, he's realized that chaos isn't random, but was, like, guiding him along a path. So he sat in a jail cell. I was like, just go, leave me alone. Magneto's like, what would be more random than becoming a hero? So that's how he gets Carnage on board.
Oh my god. How did he do Deadpool?
Deadpool just showed up randomly. Just wondering what Magneto was doing. Magneto was like, yeah, you can come along if you want to. Which, just like having Deadpool and Carnage there, in one of the scenes in the Magneto book, when Magneto shows up with all the villains, you get one little panel with Carnage looking at Deadpool going, we're going to have a chat after all this is over. Just so good. Just so fucking funny.
I mean, I can understand the other ones because Doom hates
he would realize,
Red Skull. Yeah.
He hates Red Skull and he respects Magneto as an ally, so he's going to fight alongside of him. And he brought Loki along with him, and in turn they went and got the Enchantress. But yeah, so X-Men Avengers Access, we have villains about to save the world right now. The ultimate team-up, if you ask me.
That is fucking brilliant.
Yep, God bless Rick Remainder. I love that man so much.
Yeah, I love it when writers and, creators think outside the box, but within reason.
Yep. And we haven't seen everybody yet either, because apparently Apocalypse is playing a part in this whole thing as well. Because it's supposed to wrap up Rick's, overarching Apocalypse storyline that he's been doing over the past several years in his various books. So yeah, Apocalypse is apparently involved somehow in all of this.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, things are getting batshit crazy right now. Just so good. If I were you, download and read the episodes, issues.
Oh, definitely. And your other...
Yeah, the other series that I've been reading, each week on my comic book pickups, I've shown off the issues, but I was waiting for all 4 to be out, and that's The Death of Wolverine. I sat down yesterday and read the 4 issues one after another. Not exactly how I was expecting Wolverine to go out, but, really good read overall. Really nice storyline. It starts off with him in British Columbia. He doesn't have his healing factor right now. He hasn't for the past several months. So he's just trying to relax, and NUK, of all people, goes to encounter him to collect on this bounty that's been placed on him.
Right.
So he beats up NUK, kills the rest of his guys, and NUK tells him that it's Viper that put out the contract, and she's over in Metapor. So issue 2 takes place over in Metapor, where Logan goes to encounter her, ends up fighting Sabretooth, and Lady Deathstroke shows up. So they're bringing out everybody from the classic Wolverine villains, right?
Yeah.
So they set Sabretooth free. He wanders off because technically he doesn't want anything to do with them, right?
Right.
He doesn't really care at this point. Kitty Pryde then shows up at the end of that issue, in which place they go to Japan after this because, the dead spirit guy that trained Wolverine.
The Panda Bear?
No, not the Panda Bear. The evil dead spirit guy that
Is this the one that possessed Kitty Pryde?
Yes, the exact same one, yes.
Yeah, I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can't name either, but...
So it turns out, he was the one who put out the contract, apparently, or he knew something about it because he put out a contract on Lady Deathstroke, or he was hunting her. So Wolverine goes to him, confronts him. Turns out that the guy that put out the contract was the original guy who, created the adamantium skeleton for Wolverine. Not William Stryker, but Abraham something.
Yeah, the Doctor.
Yeah, the Doctor, exactly. He's the one who did it. And he wants Wolverine taken in alive. So Wolverine, can't figure out why that he wants to do this. He must not want my skeleton. So he goes and encounters this guy, and he... turns out, no, he didn't need the adamantium because he had plenty of it. He's trying to recreate more Wolverines, basically. All he wanted Wolverine for? His healing factor. And Wolverine just, laughs at him, cuts his hand, puts it up to the glass, just sorry, bub. Not healing, right? But he's fuck. Kill him! So, big fight breaks out. This whole glass container of liquid adamantium breaks and basically covers Wolverine. And Wolverine ends up killing Abraham and just kneeling down and turning to adamantium, basically. He's coated in adamantium. That's how he goes out. Just overlooking a sunset.
Aww. Really?
Yeah. So, not the death I would expect, but still the way they did it was pretty good.
Now the question is, how long is he actually going to stay dead? Was this in the actual Marvel Universe? Was it a separate universe?
Oh, it's in the actual Marvel Universe. This is canon right now in the Marvel Universe. Because, I guess in some way maybe his healing factor can come back, but he's coated in adamantium at this point, so it's probably going to be a while before we see the old Knucklehead back again.
That is true.
Because even in the first book, he was talking with Reed Richards, his last attempt at, trying to find a cure for himself, but Reed was I can't figure anything out. It's I could try and see if I can bring back your healing factor, but it's going to take quite a while. But your skeleton is radioactive, because that's killing you internally right there. And every time Wolverine was using his claws, he's basically pulling in more bacteria into his body.
That's right.
So, yeah, he was in a pretty shitty situation throughout the entire 4-issue series.
Yet he was still whooping everyone's ass.
Pretty much, yes.
Awesome.
Yep. So, overall, good read. I would recommend it, especially if you're a Wolverine fan and want to see how Wolverine goes out.
Now it's the countdown and taking bets to see how long he stays out.
Yeah.
Because, come on, he's a cash cow.
Yep. But the thing is, do Marvel want to promote him now? They're canceling Fantastic Four because, well, they're saying low sales, but we all know it's just because they don't want to help out Fox anymore.
I can believe that, but at the same time, they would also have to cancel the X-Men, all their mutant titles, which...
It's easier for them to just cancel a Fantastic Four title, though.
Yeah, because honestly, Fantastic Four is just...
It's never really done that well.
I mean, yeah, especially recently, where it's just... The whole thing is just, well, you got Plastic Man, you got Invisible Woman, and... Human Torch is now Captain America. It's just, I've never really been a fan of Fantastic Four. I appreciate the comic, but...
Let's face it, the best thing Fantastic Four gave us was Doctor Doom.
Yes, and Negative Zone.
Yep.
But besides that, just, I never got into the stories. It's like, okay, he's broke, he's rich, now he's broke again?
Anyway, that does it for my been reading section, and hopefully I'm going to continue with the comic book reading. I'm going to try more to read what I have now.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, I've actually been reading too. Shocking, I know.
Dude,
as you know, I've been watching. I've recently rewatched the HBO series True Detective, and I have become kind of interested in a novel that is referenced quite a bit throughout the show, and it's called The King in Yellow.
Okay.
It's kind of along the same lines as H.P. Lovecraft, where it's just really macabre, bizarre stuff. And it takes place in a faraway kingdom of Carcosa, where they've been under siege for hundreds of years by an attacking army, and one day this man shows up and he wears a mask. But then they realize that it's not a mask he's wearing, and just chaos ensues. And it's an interesting read. It's very old, wordy, kind of like turn of the century kind of wordy, a lot of dialect and words that aren't really used today.
Yeah.
It's a good read. I mean, if you definitely want to delve into a different form of horror, suspense, I'd definitely get it. It's definitely worth a read.
Cool.
That and the Kindle price right now is free.
Oh, well, can't go wrong there.
Was $6.99, now it's free. Can't go wrong.
Nope. Not
but if you want the paperback, it's $6.24.
Oh, jeez. It's still not bad.
No, it's not. I mean, books. Don't forget them, people. Books are awesome. Reading Rainbow. But yeah, that's what I've been doing in between smashing things with an axe. And then video games.
Cool.
I had to throw that in there.
Alright, well, I do believe that's going to take us to the end of our podcast here. Shameless self-promotion. Yeah, for me, it's just the usual shit.
Speaking of, when are you coming up with another unprofessional review?
Big game-wise, it's probably going to be Shadow of Mordor when I finish it. But I'm thinking about going back into my collection and pulling out some of the other games that I've played before and just doing a quick review of some of those.
I think that would be, honestly, I'm digging the series.
Ah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it probably won't be as, like, put together as some of my other ones are. It'll probably be more in tune to, the Danganronpa Unprofessional review that I did.
Nice.
But when I can do a PS4 game, you can expect screenshots and the whole kit and caboodle.
As for me, I got nothing going on right now.
Well, you did put out that one particular...
That was literally was random. I saw the clip immediately in my head. I thought of the music, and I slapped it together and threw it out there. That was pure chaos right there.
Yeah, I can't argue with that one.
And for those of you who don't know, go to my channel, check it out.
Yeah.
House Rage at YouTube, House Rage, whatever.
It'll be down in the links
That's
below.
for one. Yeah, down there. I'm pointing towards my cat, who's cuddled up in my shoe.
Better than in your soup.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I just got the name of this podcast. Better than in your soup.
Yes, I concur.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. So, James, why don't you take us out?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for once again sitting through our ramblings, especially my ramblings, since I like to trail on about stuff. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel, where Lord X will fill your head with more knowledge. Till then,
Nonsense.
live action Wonder Woman's butt. I mean, Spider-Woman.
Goodbye, everybody.